couple of things before we get started. Had some technical problems getting everything to work this morning. This space here is used for central count on Election Day, and appreciate the work of, you can turn it down a little bit. I'm the luckiest.
Good.
Appreciate the work of the facilities folks to get the room pretty much put back together in time for our meeting. And the Drainage Board meeting went long upstairs, so we're down here in our usual spot in the council chambers. And also, before we go on, congratulations to both Tony and Derek for winning their elections yesterday. And Tony will be with us starting a full 4-year term. And Derek is our new surveyor starting January 1st. So congratulations to both of them.
Thank you.
Yeah. Our first order of business is the Commissioner's approval of the accounts payable docket. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Dieter.
Aye.
Commissioner Hazen.
Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Docket approved.
Next item on the agenda is really just an announcement. The Purdue Extension Office will be closed on November 13th for staff development, and they asked that we make that announcement during our commissioner meeting. So again, Purdue Extension Office closed November 13th. Next, we have 3 appointments to the Community Corrections Advisory Board. These were tabled at a previous meeting, so the first thing we're going to need for all 3 of them is a motion to put it back, take it off the table and put it back for consideration.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Dieter.
Aye.
Commissioner Hazen.
Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Matter open for discussion.
First is the open nominations for an appointment to the Community Corrections Advisory Board for Craig.
Make a motion to appoint Craig Redmond to the Community Corrections Advisory Board. Second.
Commissioner Hazen.
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter.
Aye.
Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Craig Redmond appointed to the Community Corrections Advisory Board.
Next is another appointment to the Community Corrections Advisory Board, open for nominations.
I'd make a motion that we appoint Dave Troyer to the Community Corrections Advisory Board. Second.
Commissioner Dieter.
Aye.
Commissioner Hazen.
Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Dave Troyer appointed to Community Corrections Advisory Board.
Before we open up nominations on the next appointment, this is a appointment that we had made a few weeks ago, and then we were informed that the person that we met, Kazmarek, was not going to be the executive director at Dismas House, and so therefore we're going to have to make a new appointment to that position, just to clear up any confusion. Although I probably made it more confusing. So, having said that, do we have any nominations for the final Community Corrections Advisory Board appointment today?
Make a nomination for Andy Huxhold for Community Corrections Advisory Board. Second.
Commissioner Hazen.
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter. And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Andy Huxhold is appointed to Community Corrections Advisory Board.
Next, we'll move on to IPG. Good morning.
Okay.
Sky Meadows Department of Infrastructure Planning and Growth with offices on the 7th and 11th floor. First, I'd like to congratulate Commissioner Hazen and Commissioner and Surveyor-elect Mr. Dieter for their election wins. What this item is a project to replace the bridge on South Main Street over Bowman Creek. It's down near the sheet metal Union Hall. This bridge is on the list of bridges that need to be replaced, and what this is a request to apply for federal aid through a local call that MACOG is having. The total cost of the replacement and construction engineering, I'm on the wrong one. No, I'm not. Okay. The total cost of this project is estimated to be about 2.5 million. So this would be 80% covered by federal money and 20% match from the county. It's a need that we have, and it's a good way to leverage federal funding against local funding to get this replaced. We've reviewed it and request your approval.
Sky, when will we know about the
I believe it's
application?
said in January, we'll know. I think MACOG will review in December, and then in January, they'll make the awards.
And since we're using American Rescue Plan funds for our share of that, those have to be, I'm looking at our
Those,
esteemed,
yeah, these are encumbered already, these
They are
funds.
encumbered.
And the fund is just for the design. And that's already encumbered. It has to be spent by the end of 2026. And we're aware of that, so.
I just want to make sure that we weren't missing something on that.
Yep.
Gentlemen, any questions on the request for approval of the Bowman Creek Bridge Replacement Project?
Nothing.
Second.
I said nothing.
Do we have a motion?
So moved.
That again.
Thank you. Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote? And Commissioner Hazen?
Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer?
Aye.
Motion carries, and Federal Aid Bridge number 7100145 South Main over Bowman Creek Bridge Replacement Project application approved.
Moving on to the next item. Request to advertise for bids for the B-196 Mayflower Road over Ardmore Trail Bridge Rehabilitation Project.
Yeah, and this is why I was confused earlier, because I have 3 bridges on here and that never happens. So I bit off more than I can chew, apparently. This is for the Mayflower Bridge over Ardmore, which is just north of the Mayflower Bridge over the Nick-D Railroad and Norfolk Southern Railroads that we received federal funding to rehabilitate. That bridge is, the Mayflower over Nick-D and Norfolk Southern has already been bid, and the contractor's been awarded the job. This bridge needs to be constructed at about the same time to save money. So this will be paid for out of the Cume Bridge Fund, and its cost will be about $2.5 million. And what this is a request to authorize advertisement for November 8th and also November 15th, with a bid opening on December 17th. We recommend your approval. Happy to answer any questions.
How long will that take?
I believe it will go into, it'll be late 2025, early 2026. So.
And are they doing the bridge or one lane at a time?
They will end up, there will be a short period where it'll be closed.
That'll be a mess.
Yeah, we've done everything we
Future
can to.
Commissioners are gonna have to address that.
It's one of those where there are periods where we're gonna have to
Yeah, you
close
have to
it.
go way west, or you're gonna have to, in Grandview, that
Yeah.
crossing's a mess.
Yeah.
Any further questions? If not, do we have a motion to approve the request to advertise the Mayflower Road Bridge over Ardmore Trail?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter?
Aye.
Commissioner Hazen?
Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer?
Aye.
Motion carries. Request to advertise for bids for B-196 approved.
Next, request to advertise for bids for B-301 Main Street over the Indiana Toll Road.
This is pretty much the same thing, just a different bridge, not to be confused with Main Street over South Michigan. This is a Main Street over the Indiana Toll Road. Project's estimated to be about $2.7 million. The funds will come out of the major Cume Bridge Fund, and requesting that it be authorized advertisement November 8th and November 25th, with bid opening on December 17th, sorry.
Similar question to what Commissioner Dieter asked regarding the previous bridge project. What will the impact be as far as,
There will be a detour around the bridge. We looked at trying to do it with traffic, under traffic, and it was just, with the work that had to be done, not very feasible and extremely affected the cost. We've coordinated with the city of Mishawaka on this, and they're aware that the project's coming and what the maintenance of traffic will be.
similar estimated completion date?
This one will definitely be done by the end of 2025. The work isn't as much as what's going to be done on the Mayflower Bridge. The one pushing the time frame on the Mayflower Bridge is the one over the railroads, not necessarily the one over Ardmore, because there's more work there. But at end of 2025, probably well before the end of 2025.
Any other questions or comments? If not, do we have a motion to approve the request to advertise for bids on Main Street over the Indiana Toll Road project?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Hazen,
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter, and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Request to advertise bids for B301 is approved.
Next, request, change order number 1, the State Road 2 lift station, force main, and water main project.
Well, what we're requesting here is a change order to purchase diesel generators and automatic switches for the lift station on this project. The previous 3 projects that were completed that required this equipment, that equipment was procured earlier before the projects due to lead time issues. And this project, it was not purchased for this project, so this change order purchases that equipment for the lift station, and it is in the amount of increase $95,313.36. I reviewed this and recommend your approval. Happy to answer any questions.
Again, this comes out of our IEC bond.
Correct.
Any questions or comments? If not, do we have a motion to approve change order number 1 for the State Road 2 lift station, force main, and water main project?
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Hazen,
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter,
Aye.
and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Change order number 1 for State Road 2 lift station approved.
And the final IPG item for this week, request for approval of agreed findings in judgment and settlement agreement for property purchase.
This is an agreement that we have come to with a homeowner out on Pierce Road, our Pierce Road rehabilitation project, which is widening. Requires quite a bit of right-of-way that we're in the process of purchasing right now. This agreement came about with the homeowner. They came back with some additional requests, or requests for changing from what our original offer was, and we negotiated with them. Mr. Garrett helped along with that, and we were able to get come to an agreement for purchase of that property for $65,000 instead of going to condemnation. And the total is about half an acre of permanent right-of-way and about 0.02 acres of temporary right-of-way. We've reviewed this. Mr. Garrett has reviewed it, and we recommend your approval. Happy to answer any questions.
Questions? Given the increase in land value out there,
Yeah, and it's a lot better to go this route than the other, so.
there being no other questions or comments, do we have a motion to approve the agreed findings and judgment for the property purchase.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Dieter,
Aye.
Commissioner Hazen,
Aye.
and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries, agreed findings and judgment and settlement for property purchase on Pierce approved.
Moving on to our auditor. Approval of the before-time attendance solutions contract and addendum for the timekeeping system. I think we tabled this, so the first thing we're going to need is a motion to take it off the table.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Dieter,
Aye.
Commissioner Hazen,
Aye.
and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries, matter untabled.
Mr. Butler.
John Butler with the Auditor's Office. Our current timekeeping system that we have is reaching its end of life. We have been informed that the company will no longer service what we currently have as of December 31st, 2025. So we have to make a choice on moving on one way or another. Our recommendation after reviewing a couple of them in the Auditor's Office is to go with Before Time. This is a company we have utilized for 3 of our departments in the past: Dukem Center, JJC currently, and previously Portage Manor. So it is something that we are established with. We are somewhat familiar with its setup. We would like approval of this so we can begin going forward.
Mr. President?
Yes.
With respect to this, I have reviewed the contract, and I do agree with Mr. Butler's recommendation to move forward. There's one issue in the contract with respect to choice of law, being that the contract specifies Michigan law and a 1-year time frame for filing any claims relative to this. I would recommend a motion approving this, subject to Mr. Butler's ability to negotiate application of Indiana law and allow him to proceed along those lines. If there's an issue with that, we can take that part up later, but we do need to get moving forward, but still want to have an opportunity to negotiate that part of it.
I know John has kept us informed about the changes with the current timekeeping system and benefits of moving to the before-time system, more uniform, et cetera.
Yes, and I think it will be more uniform for one, and it will be greatly cost-effective, as it is, our high-end estimates on this program are reaching around $55,000 a month, or for the annual cost. Our current annual cost is between $109,000 to $114,000 annually.
Well, your work on this through the auditor's office has been appreciated, I know that.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Negative.
If not, do we have a motion to approve the before-time attendance solutions contract and addendum for the timekeeping system with the provision that Mr. Butler is going to work on getting that one part changed so we operate under the laws of Indiana?
Yes, and we've begun reaching out to their legal to start that process to see where we can go from there.
Good. It was.
So moved. Second that.
Commissioner Hazen,
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter, and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries, before-time attendance contract approved, subject to condition noted.
Thank you, Mr. Butler.
Anybody sign up for public comment?
No. I could say negative, but it's not positive.
And before we move to recess, we should note that kind of overlooked Raphael Morton, who will be joining us on the 1st, partly because he was not opposed, so a little different situation. With that, do we have a motion to recess?
So moved.
Commissioner Dieter, Commissioner Hazen,
Aye.
and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are in recess.
Thank you, everyone.
Recording stopped.